Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Johnathan Cabrera and I make videos on YouTube about filmmaking and travel. If that's something that you're interested in, please make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to color grade Mavic Pro 2 footage. Now, color grading is important. Obviously, it's just as important as any other element to filmmaking, the audio, the visuals, because color grading is what you're going to be looking at. You don't want to look at something that is just color graded horribly. I mean, what if it has like some harsh greens and yellows and you makes you feel like throwing up and you're just like, oh, I don't want to look at this. So for example, let's look at some drone footage that I've captured, and this is how it would look if it was color graded terribly. Now, see that looks horrible. I can't even stand to look at it. Now let's look at it color graded right. See how much better that looks? I would rather look at that than the previous thing. And the other thing is going to be melted in my mind now, but whatever. We're moving on. And before we get into this tutorial, I want to say that I shoot my Mavic Pro 2 no picture profile at all. I just shoot straight raw out of the camera. Whatever the colors the camera gives me, that's what I want to shoot with. I think that's the most natural look, and it's easy and quick. And you'll be able to make YouTube content a lot faster if you just do a basic color grade. You'll be able to color and upload, color, upload, color, upload. Also, I want to add that it doesn't matter what program you're using for editing, for coloring. You can do this on any editing program. There's basic controls that you can use. So let's get into today's tutorial. So this is the clip that I've chosen, just me flying over the buildings and the ocean in Barcelona. Now, once you've got your clip in, you're going to click this icon right here, click that, and your color board won't pop up right away if you don't have this little icon clicked right here. So you're going to click this little icon and then your color board will pop up. So you've got color, saturation, and exposure. Personally, I never mess with the color icon because it's just too much already. I mean, that's if let's say your footage has too much green in it, then you can take out the green. If it has too much blue, then you can take out the blue. So I mostly mess with saturation and exposure. So the first thing I like to do is go into exposure. And this clip is already really bright, but I like to mess with the master and at least bring it up like just two or three. I mean, you can see that it brings it up a little bit. You can bring it up all the way, bring it up all the way down. I like to just bring it up 2 stops higher. Then there's the shadows, the midtones, and the highlights. We're going to mess with that right now. Honestly, I go for what looks more natural to me. And honestly, this already looks just natural enough. We're just going to be very minimal with it and fix the color. So I like to just mess with the shadows a little bit. You know, I like to see down here in the trees. See the trees right here? You can really notice the difference between a couple. Just bringing it up and down, bringing it up and down. I like to see a little bit of the trees. I can still see a little bit in there and a little bit in here. And I can see all these cars moving around in here. So that looks good to me. I only brought it down 9. These are the midtones. So you can see over here, it's messing with the hills over here, bringing it up in exposure, bringing it down. So I like to mess with that. Very minimal. It just has to look right in my eye. And so far it does. It looks better. And I only brought it down 3. It's just all personal preference. Like, this looks good to me. Highlights, nothing's really blown out, but I like to bring it back up a little bit. I like to bring the highlights back up a little bit if it looks a little too dark. See? So now we can click. You can click on and off the color board to see what it actually looks like. See, you can already tell a big difference. So we're going to go into saturation now. In saturation, it's just basically it's the same control, shadows, midtones, highlights, and it's just messing with the color, adding a little bit color. You can add a LUT and that'll give your image a different, look, but and different colors as well. But I just mess with the saturation. That's all I need, and it's very minimal as well with the saturation. If you go up with the shadows, you can see the color difference. See the color difference in the trees and the buildings? They're just really red and really green. But I don't go for that. It's just way too much. And it looks unnatural. I mean, if you bring it all the way up on all 3, then you can see how unnatural that looks. And we're going for a more natural look. Because it wasn't a completely sunny day. It was actually very cloudy. Well, I mean, you can see the background. It wasn't too cloudy. It was cloudy enough. And for saturation, I really like to just stay in the 20s. I don't really want to go too high. So this is all just based on your eye. I mean, that's what editors do. You have to really look at the image. For me, I don't like the colors to pop too much. I just want them to pop the right amount. See with this, I mean, I can see how much it changes it. So to me, that looks good. And that's your basic color correction. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm, and more people will be able to see this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Now, color grading is important. It's what, as a viewer, you're going to be looking at, and you don't want to look at something that just looks like poo-poo, right? I mean, meh.